Everybody, before we get into this morning's update, we have a lot to talk about. First, we've got a lawyer for the SEC versus Ripple. So a Ripple lawyer is exiting the case. So we'll take a look at those details as that's breaking in the last several hours. So the law firm isn't going anywhere. It's just an individual attorney. So likely they're not going to be a part of this law firm anymore. Maybe they didn't get their partnership or whatever the case may be. But it's not as a direct result of anything happening within the SEC versus Ripple case. So we'll take a very close look at that. We've got XRP hovering around the 473 level, which if we look at the US dollar currency index, it has cratered. As we talked about yesterday, it's absolutely imploded. It's down to 100.08 as of this morning. We were almost through the 100 handle. So we'll take a look at that and show the outcome. If the US dollar currency index does break that 100 handle, we're actually right at that 100.32 support. If that breaks, there is not much left holding the US dollar currency index. So we have to take a very close look at that. But the main story today is that another lawyer has exited on Ripple's behalf of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. So we're going to take a much deeper look at that. Make sure you hit that like button as it really does help push me through the analytics. We'll take a look at the XRP price action and see exactly what the day has ahead of us. Remember, positivity over negativity. It's our job to choose positivity over negativity. We don't play the victim here. We have all the information, which means we can't have the victim mindset. We have to have the winner's mindset. We are all winners here because we take the time each and every day to get the proper information. We don't make an irrational decision based on emotion, and we let the charts, along with the news, dictate our perception of reality of where the price action is going next. Good morning, 9:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, July 13th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So before we get into the charts, I've got two different ways to approach this story. First things first, breaking XRP attorney to withdraw from US SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. I think this is the best information right here. So XRP lawsuit, in a new development in the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, another attorney for Ripple Labs and CEO Brad Garlinghouse has requested the court to withdraw from lawsuit. XRP holders actively await summary judgment by Judge Annalisa Perez, while pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton and Ripple CTO David Schwartz claims that the ruling can come in September. And it's funny because they're both pointing at September. They're both big fudsters. John Deaton is the biggest fudster of them all when it comes to dates. I've said since March of 2021, we will not get a ruling in the XRP or the Ripple versus SEC case until the third quarter of 2023 and or in September when you get when you get a verdict or like a settlement type, or that's when they would finally say we're going to trial by jury, and then that would push us back likely, it could all the way to 2028. So we'll see how bad this actually gets, but they're pointing to September now, and we'll see what happens in September. So I knew eventually it would match up with mine, we just had to wait. XRP lawsuit, Ripple attorney files motion to withdraw according to a filing in the Southern District Court of New York. On July 12th, a motion for Anna R. Gressel to withdraw as attorney of defendant Ripple Labs is filed with the court. Ripple has requested the court to grant Anna R. Gressel of DeBouse and Plimpton LLP to withdraw as attorney of record in the US SEC lawsuit. It follows as Anna Gressel is no more associated with the law firm effective as of July 12th. Other attorneys of DeVos and Plimpton LLP will continue to represent Ripple Labs in the lawsuit. Moreover, Ripple asserts that Gressel's withdrawal will not impact the interests of the defendants, including CEO Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larson. As Ripple vs. SEC ruling comes near, some attorneys have withdrawn from the lawsuit. Recently, attorneys Clayton J. Masterman and Kylie Chisel Kim withdrew from the case. Ripple had clarified that the withdrawals had no adverse impact on the lawsuit. XRP community and Ripple executives are confident of their winning the lawsuit against the US SEC. However, the community is frustrated over the delay in ruling on summary judgment. John Deaton said it has now been 7 months, and Judge Therese history suggests she never took more than 9 months. And Judge Therese history suggests she never took more than 9 months for final decision. Both Deaton and Ripple CTO David Schwartz expect summary judgments in September. So we'll take a closer look at the technical analysis now, but that is the information breaking today as yet another attorney withdraws from the Ripple versus SEC case. But to me, this is just like before, price switching law firms, yada, yada, yada. Maybe didn't get a partnership. But look at the DXY, ladies and gentlemen. We're making a historic move right now. We're about to crack the 100 handle. If this happens, we've already broke down the 100 spot 34, and we've talked about this for a long time. The moment this breaks and you get a rejection, we're coming to the bottom of the formation. And this could be rather quickly here. If we break this 100 spot 30 and reject here, we're coming down to the 96 handle. And what does that mean? Gold, yes, we could get a correction today, and everybody expects gold to just fly. Just pay attention to this with gold, please. Please. In the daily time frame, we had a death cross. Well, I mean, I guess you could call it a death cross, but we had a very big crossing in gold in the daily. Now, I think what happened here is we went for a big consolidation, as we talked about. We came to the uptrending support. We held it beautifully. We knew if we held this could be the first step up, or if we lost this, we'd be coming to the 1837 or 1796. As it is, this has been a tremendous hold at 1890. And why it's so important, if you look at the weekly, we have to make sure we hold the weekly. Otherwise, that big correction is still possible. The moment we lose that weekly time frame, it gets very bearish. But as of right now, we're over that 1935 level. And furthermore, we're over 1950. So pay attention very, very close to those two levels, as the DXY is getting absolutely slaughtered. Absolutely slaughtered. The 10 years down to 3.795. So that's had a nice little rebound to the downside. We've got the gold-silver ratio down to 79.81, down below the 80-to-1 ratio. So it's had about a 5... It was up about 84-to-1 just about a week ago. We've got silver up another 1.76% to 24.52. And silver is attempting a breakout, folks. This was the breakdown. A break up, we would start pushing back up towards 25.44 on a hold up here at 23.34. And as you can see, we held that and we pushed up instead of breaking down. So that's a very good sign for silver, but we also have to pay attention to the formation ahead of us. And the gold-silver ratio, you can see we've had that bearish cross starting, and if we start pushing down, we're very converged here. This looks like a move needs to break down if it does in fact get rejected here, and we could be losing our big ratio on gold to silver. That silver value is coming down as the days go on. We've got the total crypto market cap at 1.156 trillion. And as of right now, we're still a little bull flaggy. We haven't broke down properly. We are at 1.156. And if we continue pushing up the technical targets in between the 124 and the 132, I think ultimately you get up to the 1327. But that's if we hold. It looks exactly like Bitcoin. We haven't come through yet. We're still holding the support in the weekly. In the daily, still on top of the 20-day until we're not. So watch that 1.139 trillion. And if that were to break, that's where you get that monumental downfall. We got Bitcoin at 30,651, up another 257 points on the day. We remain over the CME gap on Bitcoin. We remain over that channel. We're playing in the bull flag or the symmetrical triangle. And if we do break out and use that 30,000 as support, which we are right now, the technical target's 35,054. That is a cup and handle with the bullish handle on the cup as of right now. If 30,000 holds, nothing less than a wick when it comes below in the daily. Otherwise, if we break through the technical target on a breakdown, it's 25,194. We're going to continue beating a dead horse. And then with XRP, a breakdown looks like this, ladies and gentlemen. You would lose the 457, what looks like a symmetrical triangle. You would lose right here. Well, now it's at about the 461. You would lose that, come down to the 44-cent inverted head and shoulders neckline, come back up for rejection, maybe all the way up to 48 cents, depending on where you bounce out. And then a rejection there would get you down to the bottom of the formation, as this is just symmetrical, is just a short-term formation. But that would get you down to around 37 cents, which is the 2020 uptrend. Otherwise, if we can hold this formation, as we can see a bearish cross in the daily with the rejection right now, in the 4-hourly, we're trying to get back on top of the 20-day. But in the weekly, we're trying to have the first bullish cross in the weekly since if you're looking at the USD chart, November of 2020, the USDT chart, August of 2020. And right now, we're still over the support. And if this does hold up here at 465 at the end of the week, and we start pushing up, let's just say we're up at over 494 by Sunday, this very well could institute a bullish cross here. So we have to pay very close attention. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto in the USA, you can trade on FEMX with no spot fees on the buy and sell. No spot fees, and you don't have to KYC if you're just trading, unless you're using the Visa or MasterCard, which until the 24th of this month, it's only 0.9% interest on the buy. Or if you're using a bank account, obviously you're going to have to verify who you are. But if you're using it as an on-off ramp, sending crypto from another exchange, trading in and out, and then sending it off to your other exchange, you don't need the KYC. If you're looking to join Tom's Army, video description below, it would be a great honor to have you as part of Tom's Army. Allow me to keep creative control, and also you become an integral part of this community. So as we can see, 494 is a major resistance. If we get rejected here, we will come down to the 2020 uptrend, likely at 36.8. But we have to lose that 200-day in the daily right now. So we do have the bearish cross in the daily. We're trying to hold support on the 20-day and the 4-hourly. In the weekly, we're attempting our first bullish cross since 2020. So what exactly is going to shake out?